The Rock ISD says one of its teachers is under investigation for having an inappropriate relationship with a former student.
This comes after we told you yesterday about a Westlake High School teacher in trouble for sending inappropriate messages to a student. We want you to know the policies when it comes to teacher and student interaction on social media and texting. KXAN's Sophia Beausoleil has the answers.
When you get these little, video snippets of what she's doing.
Jimmy Kazin has 4 kids. 2 of them are teenagers and, of course, are attached to their phones.
So at times we'll take their phones and we'll ask them, hey, can we look at your phones, just to monitor what they're doing and saying.
This dad says he trusts his kids, but says he can't trust everyone on the other end of the phone.
I think it's inappropriate, for any adult, whether it's a coach or a teacher, to reach out privately to children.
When it comes to texting and social media between teachers and students, we found it's a gray area. Many districts have their own policies, but they vary. For example, AISD prohibits any employee from texting or using social media to communicate with a student if he or she doesn't have a valid educational purpose. But Hayes ISD's policy is complaint-driven and doesn't outright prohibit texting between a teacher and student.
When these things come to our attention, we definitely want to take a look at them, see if there's anything we can do to help law enforcement and help parents so the kids are protected.
Representative Tony Dale authored a bill that says whether an adult is a teacher or stranger, they could face jail time knowingly contacting a child. With the increase in inappropriate relationships via texting and social media, lawmakers are continuing to look for ways to prevent it from happening. Something this dad says he appreciates, but says he too has to be on guard. And Representative Dale's online solicitation of a minor bill passed this year and is in effect right now. But while they're in between sessions, the Senate Education Committee will look into the recent rise of inappropriate teacher-student relationships via social media, and lawmakers will come up with recommendations to improve student safety, whether it's having training for teachers or adding more staff for the Texas Education Agency, which is the group that investigates these cases, and also looking at adjusting penalties when it comes to educators who cross the line. Reporting here in the studio, Sophia Beausoleil, KXAN News.
The latest numbers from the Texas Education Agency are pretty startling. Last school year, the agency investigated 179 allegations of inappropriate relationships. In comparison, 4 years before that, during the 2009-2010 school year, there were 141 cases. Under the state penal code, a school district employee commits a second-degree felony if he or she engages in sexual contact with a student who is not their spouse, even if that student is 18 years old.